You're watching That Lovell-Boland Live.
Today we're going through some of the best apps to make your life more convenient here in Singapore.
Welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time you're seeing our faces, I'm Sam and this is my wife Rianne.
So we all know that apps on our phone can really help us save time and money.
And in our first apps video that we shot a few months ago, we went through the top 10 apps that we thought you should download when you move to Singapore.
So in this video, we're going through the favorite apps to further enhance your life here in Singapore. But before we get into it, please do give this video a big thumbs up and do consider subscribing if you haven't already, just to help others find this content. Right, let's get into it.
Number 1 on the list is AXS. So convenience is the name of the game in this app. If you've ever paid your bills in Singapore, which you all should do every month, you know you've got probably your Singtel, you've got your StarHub, you've got all different manner of things, SP Group. And the one thing that I used to do that used to take so much time when I first moved to Singapore was go to the AXS machines. There was one at work, there was plenty around like the MRT stations, but this app, you can do it all in there. You can pay your bills in a couple of minutes, saves you going anywhere, and it is super convenient, super good, and we love using it.
And we know that Singapore is a fine city, and you can also pay your fines through this app. Number 2 on the list is Singabus. So I used to have to take 2 buses to work every single day, and we used to be on very different schedules. So for me, it was really important to know when the buses were coming and how long I had to wait. So this app is really great for that, because if you have your location settings on, you can find any bus stop that's close to you and tell you which buses are coming and when.
Next up on the list is Health Hub. Now, one of the most convenient things about Health Hub is that it has your vax status all in one area. Now that VTLs are scrapped and people are traveling again, it is super useful, super convenient to have that all in one place, because it is a bit of a hassle traveling now, but you have to have the status recorded, so yeah, it's really helpful, really useful.
Absolutely. Next up on the list is Lovell-Move. So Lovell-Move is wonderful for people like us who don't have a car, because it's on-demand delivery. So think of it as like the Grab app for delivering, essentially. So we actually used this when my cousin was getting rid of his egg chair, and he was like, well, so long as you can come pick it up, then it's yours. So I was like, oh my gosh, jumped at the chance, use Lovell-Move, and they give you the exact time and price right there and then in the app, and it's so easy to use. I think this is wonderful for people who, you know, maybe want to upcycle things or get rid of things and want to buy new furniture. I think it's a really great, useful app to have.
Number 5, Active SG. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first moved to Singapore, I would see people outside the HDBs on the badminton courts, basketball courts, and I wouldn't know how they would book it. But the great thing about Active SG is that you can, through that, you can book swimming pools. But the best thing that I find is that I can hook my Fitbit up to it. It tracks my steps through the Fitbit app. It tracks how active I have been. And at the end of the month, at the end of any challenge they have on the app, you can get vouchers for stuff like FairPrice. You can get like $10 vouchers. It is fantastic. You can save money on groceries, and it gives you that incentive to keep active.
Number 6 on the list is Scam Shield. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been receiving so many scam calls in recent months. I'm not really sure why we're seeing such an uptick of scam calls, but I'm always like wary to pick up the phone. I guess I'm a typical millennial now to pick up the phone if I don't recognize the number. But Scam Shield is really awesome because it can detect if it is a scam, and also the great thing about the app is you can also report it to the authorities. So
Number 7, it's the best app if you're looking to book a table at a restaurant. It's Chope. Now, we all know that Singapore has one of the best F&B scenes in the world, and to make sure you don't miss out on that, you need to make sure you chope a table at a restaurant. For example, we went out last night and I booked the restaurant through Chope. It was so easy. I went on, booked it, got a confirmation email, and it's all through the app. It was super convenient, amazing and fast.
The thing I really love about Chope is it gives you ideas. So if you're, fancying Chinese cuisine or say Mexican cuisine, it literally lists all the different restaurants that have that cuisine. And also the best part is it gives you discounts when you book through the app. Number 8 on the list is Meetup. It can be quite difficult to make friends when you move to a new country. So the great thing about Meetup is it allows you to connect or join new communities of people that have like-minded interests as yourself. So I think what I found when I finally joined Meetup was I didn't realize there were so many events going on just in my local area or even in town. So that's something that I wouldn't have necessarily known about had I not joined Meetup. And it's so wonderful to have new experiences with people that are in the same situation as you when they've just moved to the country or they're trying to explore Singapore.
Number 9 on the list is One Service. Now, I know we bang on video after video about living in an HDB, but if you do live in an HDB in Singapore public housing, this is a really fantastic app to have. If there are any issues with your block, with the void deck, anything, then you can report it via this app. And one of the great new features, if there is a neighbor in need that you think could really help with services, you can report it via the app and then they are helped out. So I think it's a really good app to foster community spirit within Singapore.
The good thing is also, which we have experienced since a lot of people are selling their places, is a lot of people are renovating, and a lot of that renovation noise goes on after the specific time. So one that you can report noisy neighbors to.
Yeah.
Number 10 on the list, something you might not have heard of, it's Olio. So this is an app I have been using pretty much day in, day out for the last couple of weeks because it's a sharing app. So it lets you post any food or household items that you don't want anymore for your neighbors to come and collect for free. So, we're in the process of moving, and I don't know how in the last 2 years we have accumulated a lot of knickknacks, a lot of stuff maybe that we don't really want to take into the new place with us. So it's been wonderful because, one person's trash is another person's treasure, and it's a really great way to build community spirit. We've had a lot of people come to our door. We actually leave all of the items right outside the door, and a lot of people have come and knocked and given presents back, which is really sweet. And I think it's another way to just avoid putting things into waste, because a lot of the things when we last moved, I think I just put it into the recycling, and a lot of, as we know in Singapore, a lot of the things don't necessarily get recycled even though they go to the recycling bin. So one that is definitely kind of more enlightened with the circular economy, and something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, a really super convenient app to wrap up our top 10 list of what we think are the most convenient, the best apps here in Singapore, and we really hope you've enjoyed our run through of these 10 apps.
Yes, as we mentioned before, please do give this video a big thumbs up and do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Right, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Shut up!
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
Are you having a little breakdown?
Okay, I'm ready. Number 7, it's the best app if you want to book a... Number 7, it's... I'll get this.
What is it the best for? Tell me!
Number 7 is... Number 7, it's the best app if you're looking to book a table at a restaurant. It's Chope.